Hi, I'm Jer. Welcome to Kill-Divill, where we focus on rum and cocktails. Today we're going to step away from rum just a moment to make a whiskey-based cocktail, the Grand Avenue Manhattan, which happens to be my entry into the Build Your Own Manhattan 2022 Challenge. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. In either case, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy what I'm doing here. As always, timestamps are down below if you want to go right to the recipe. Otherwise, here's a little bit of talking. The Build Your Own Manhattan 2022 Challenge was issued by 3 other cocktail YouTube channels: The Manhattan Project, The Whiskey Nerd, and Your Drinking Buddy. Links to their channels will be down below. Feel free to check them out. They're doing some good stuff. Even though I focus on rum, I do like other spirits, so I think I'm going to step up to this challenge and see what I can do. The challenge requires that you use at least a little bit of American whiskey in your cocktail, in your version of the Manhattan. In my case, I'm going to use entirely American whiskey, and I'm going to use Studio Distilling's rye malt whiskey. I love this whiskey for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's not your standard rye, it's a rye malt. So that means the rye spiciness is a little bit more subdued than your standard rye. Number two, it is a Minnesota spirit. I love Minnesota spirits. I'm going to use them whenever I can. Number three, it is a double gold winner from San Francisco World Spirits Competition. It's a good whiskey, according to the pros, so I figure it's got to be a good whiskey in a cocktail. And finally, it's got this strong finish of chocolate and coffee that I just love, and I thought that would be a great thing to base a cocktail off of. When thinking about the bitters for this Manhattan, I wanted to play with that chocolate finish. If you look in some, especially grocery stores, you'll find chocolate that has pepper in it, so I wanted to mix chocolate and spice. But not wanting to deviate 100% from my rum roots, I also wanted to bring some Caribbean in, so I thought Jamaican bitters. So I'll be using Bitter Cubes Jamaican Bitters number 2. Now to the vermouth. I don't know much about vermouth. My go-to is Carpano Antica, which did very well when I was trying to put this cocktail together, but it didn't make it special, and I wanted this cocktail to be special. So I reached out to my friend Rick Ferdinand, who introduced me to his friend Michael Baldonado. And Michael is a vermouth guy. He knows his vermouth. And he suggested that I use Alessio Vermouth Chinato. I don't speak Italian, so you just have to forgive me, but this made the difference. So, having talked about the ingredients, let's make the cocktail. I'm going to stick to the classic proportions for making this Manhattan. I'm also going to stick to the classic way of making it. So that means 2 parts spirit, 1 part vermouth, and it also means stirred. So I'm going to start with my whiskey, the Studio Distilling rye malt whiskey. I'm going to put in 2 ounces, which is 60 milliliters. Next, the vermouth. 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of the Alessio Vermouth Chinato. Finally, the bitters. I'm going to put in 7 drops of the Bitter Cube Jamaican number 2. Grab my ice, add my ice, and give it a stir. Grab my glass, which is chilling in the fridge, and strain this into the coupe. Finally, no garnish. I'm going to drink it as is. So there you have it, the Grand Avenue Manhattan. Drink with good spirits.